Oh, there we go. All right, getting everything pulled up, guys. So we are going to be hopping into some Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. We're going to be jumping right back into it. Now, I don't know if I'll be live for too long tonight, but we are going to try to make a little bit of progress with that. Yes, Stain, yes. I just got the, did he like bean soup? Let's go, dude. Thank you so much for the like of the live, Stain. Welcome back once again, dude. But yeah, no, like I just got everything pulled up. Big chillin'. Should been hitting the gym a lot lately. I've been doing the same, man. I've been doing the same. I've been waking up at 4:30 every morning and working out, and I didn't do shit today though. Today was like a big time recovery day. I just didn't do shit, so I pretty much just did some gaming, watched some Star Wars Clone Wars. It's just been a big chill day. Not much has really happened for me. Yo, what up, no regrets? He said, hi there, will you sign my petition? I guess that depends. I don't know what the petition would be on. Alright, I'm opening in my root beer. Oh my. There we go. Get the lid open, man. Oh, Stain, congrats, Stain, down to 8 pounds. Let's go, dude. When I started working out last summer, I dropped from like 170 down to 150. And I've been right around 150 ever since. Nobody gets postal references anymore. Oh, is that supposed to be a postal reference? I thought you were just gonna talk. I thought you had like some cause you were wanting to get a. I don't know. I didn't know where that was going. No regrets. You said postal 2. Got max weight on legs press to 400 pounds. 9 sets. Dude, god dang. Let's go Stained. Dude, I can't do shit, man. I'm so weak. Like I need to start building muscle. I'm actually just in my, I just finished up my 2nd week of working out consistently since like, I think it was January. So I'm like just getting back into it. Used to be powerlifting tournaments. Gotcha. You're just stronger than shit. All right. I do think I'm going to go ahead and get everything kind of pulled up. Dude, I ended up buying, like earlier today, I bought The Force Unleashed 1 and 2 on Steam on my PC, thinking it'd be alright, but those games, like, they don't even want to work, so I might have to just get hard copies for those games for my 360, and those games are going to run kind of pricey, depending on what I get. But, like, those are games I have to play. I gotta play The Force Unleashed 1 and 2. Those are my all-time favorites growing up. Here we go. Yo, what up, AJ Online? You said Shrek 2? Sorry, I'm a little up close and personal right now. Had to change my input setting on my monitor. Alright, let's do this. We're going original Xbox on this thing. Stan, you said you're selling your PS2 with like 20 games and 2 guitars for Guitar Hero. Gotcha. I think I still got a guitar and a drum set for Guitar Hero. AJ Online, thank you so much for the like on the live. Let's go, man. You can tell how old these graphics are.
From the face of the galaxy.
Here we go. Alright, and then I wanted to get my YouTube pulled up. That way I got something for playback. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, let's do this, bro. What up, man? You said Anakin's only weakness being slightly downhill. Out with his legs. He didn't have the high ground. That's on him. That was his fault. Like Will Ferrell's character in Land of the Lost said at one point, if you don't make it, it's your own damn fault, and Anakin didn't make it. Honestly, I wish someone would edit that scene of him making that jump and just have him like pole vault. Alright, time to get into this thing. Alright, where are we at here? Game 1, we want to load. Man, I was getting tired last night playing this. I went way later than I usually do, Maz. I think I went till like 11 or 12, and normally I'm off by like 9 o'clock. Alright.
Sure.
What? Enemy sighted? Oh, Mandalorian? Oh, bet. Count me in? Maybe I run. Nothing but crits.
Sure.
Alright, we're gonna run night speed now. Let's go, guys. Bet. We're gonna run. Come on, whirlwind. I want to run force whirlwind. Can we do that? Come on now. Oh, please say we just stunned him. Do we stun him? Bro, okay. Actually, we can't even run. Cure. I need to run Cure really bad, guys. We gotta heal Z.
Yes.
Come on now. Come on now. Get him. Get him. Yeah, he's down. He's down. We gotta go help now. Let's go. Let's go. We got him triple teamed. We're good. I think we just got a bunch of loot to grab now. Oh, we're about to get so much loot. Yo, let's go. I think that might actually be about all. Now, I think there was one more area where we had Mandalorians. I think we need to go there. And I think it was gonna be in the Grove. Well, we're in the Sandral grounds too. Let's just keep rolling forward. I think we're in a decent place. Let's go ahead and save. We did just go ahead and defeat another group of Mandalorians, guys. We're doing that Mandalorian quest, which I think we're gonna get some more Jedi robes from. I think that's what everyone was saying last night. So we're gonna keep moving forward here. Actually, okay, we got everyone here. Let's run that cure ability.
What can I do?
We'll run cure again for Z.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. We got Z all healed up now. Hopefully we're getting closer to another level up. But here we go, guys. Here we go. We got our Jedi robes. We have our first ever lightsaber. It's dual bladed. Oh man, what we got here? No. We don't have to do that. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Let's get some hits off. We're gonna just run some straight attacks. We're gonna protect this droid. I'm assuming this is the droid we're supposed to come find.
Thank you for saving me, Master Jedi. I am CA-14, a personal assistant droid.
Yep.
As I said, I am CA-14.
Bro, we saved him. We found him. We found the droid for this quest, guys. We found the droid. Yo, what up, the true? What's going on, dude? What's going on, man? You said let it go. Ew. Bro, I'm on the old console. That's Elise's droid, man. We're about to complete this quest. Dude, I just built my got my first ever lightsaber last night. It's a great game. This quest has always been disturbing. Oh, dude, yeah, the personal assistant droid that she obsesses over, yeah. It's a little weird. It's a little different. All right. Wait.
Yes, but I have my reasons.
I think he's running from her because she's super obsessive with him.
She tried to treat me as her dead husband.
Mm-hmm.
It was not healthy for her.
I knew it was gonna go this way. I knew this was exactly where this was going too. He said, though I love the droid's traumatized description. Yo, what up, Jonathan? Welcome back to the stream, man. Let's go, dude. He said, oh, she treated him.
She is obsessed.
She's obsessed.
She sees other people and appears to be fixated on me as her husband.
Hmm.
She was becoming more and more insular. I thought it best that I leave. She
Bro,
made
this is
other
wild.
people this way. In fact, that was the reason I came here. And
Dude.
I think it would be best if I were no longer a factor.
Dude, he doesn't even want to live anymore. Isn't that insane? This woman just drove a droid mad. How is that even possible? It's not supposed to be possible, man. This is how insane she is. I say no, you should go back to her.
But why?
She's lonely, needs your support.
You're right. I
Dude.
must not think only of myself, but of how it affects her. She must be frantic, and if she lost me, she'd be devastated. I must return then. It is my
Bro. So don't remember which one gives you dark points, lol. This gives me, well, it didn't give me anything actually. I don't know. It didn't give me anything for that. What's down here? Oh, it's a cave. Cave entrance. Guys, am I ready to enter the cave? Or is this too far ahead for me? I said wait until you return to her. Oh boy. You feel both as dark. Enter the Cave of Wonders, bet. This is the crystal cave. Oh, are we gonna get another crystal? I'm excited. I hope we get another crystal and we can add it to our, and we can use it to upgrade our current lightsaber, which we stole off our own teammate. This is kind of creepy, bro. This game is extremely linear, so anything you do outside of main quest isn't level affected. Bet. Guys, let's get this crazy ass. What is this thing? I don't know what this thing is. Say screw it. We're going straight in. Where's Z? Get Z, bro.
What can I do?
Z's our tank. I'm like, everyone get back. I'm gonna take this thing on. We're gonna run crits, bro. Crits for days. It's a great XP, but this is that old of a game, the Cave of Spiders. Oh, we're gonna see what happens here, guys.
What?
Also, Um, outside of streaming today, guys, I went ahead and updated my my little third-party software that I run for integrating chat. So I'm hoping it fully integrates YouTube chat, because I had people over on YouTube last night who were trying to chat, and I was just late looking down at my phone to see it. So I'm hoping we get that fully integrated and it's all working tonight. Oh, here we go. Yo, Taylor, welcome to the stream. Yes, I'm running some KOTOR. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, dude, we just slapped these spiders. They didn't stand a chance. Oh boy, there's so many. Hold up.
Sure.
Let's heal. Let's heal with Z. Oh, I didn't mean to talk to him. My bad. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run Cure again. We're trying to basically help out Z. We got 2 Jedi that we could heal with. I don't know what I did. I chucked a grenade though. That's kind of badass. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what that grenade was. That's cool. I don't know what's going on with all that. That's cool as shit. They're dying so fast, guys. Chewbacca Jr., yes sir. You know it. That's basically what he is, man. He's crazy. Rerun those crits. Ooh. Oh yeah, earlier today, guys, I was trying to get the Force Unleashed and the Force Unleashed 2 to work on PC through Steam. I didn't even get those games to work right. So I might have to get hard copies of those games. Okay, what are we doing now? Ooh, we still got enemies to take on. Bro, let's go. Crystals all around me, yes. Oh, you're talking about the ion grenade. Maybe that's what I threw earlier. Oh, lightsaber crystals. Fragile eggs could be destroyed, snuffing out innocent life within. Okay, I'm getting like lightsaber crystals. You can get crystals from them. Okay, either an ion or adhesive. Gotcha. True, Addison. Okay, I'm curious to see like what we have. Shouldn't we have this in our inventory now? Yo, Taylor, thank you so much for the follow. I'm trying to see like what we got for lightsaber crystals. Okay, we got a blue crystal. We got a Bondar crystal. Ooh, on hit, stun 25% for 6 seconds. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. We can change the color of our lightsaber now, guys. We could run blue. Dude, imagine it. Guys, imagine if we could run with a double-bladed black lightsaber. How sick would that be? So you said you honestly get so many lightsabers throughout the game, but if you want to go to the bench, the game can glitch and freeze when breaking the eggs. Oh, snap. Let me go ahead and just save it right now. We'll do this number. Let me ask you guys this. What was your favorite, like, of all the Star Wars games that are out there, all the way up to the newest release of Outlaws? What is your guys' like favorite, all-time favorite Star Wars game? I'm curious to hear everyone's thoughts. Like, back in the day, I loved the Force Unleashed and that whole plot, and I don't even know if that's canon, but it's a hell of a story. Jonathan, you're saying this is your most played? Gotcha. You used to love Rogue Squadron. See, I've never even played. Taylor saying Unleashed. So yeah, I think with Force Unleashed, it was really, I'm gonna be honest, it was cheap on Steam, but I can't get it to work on my computer. So I think at some point I might just have to get the hard copies for my Xbox 360. Used to play ungodly amount of KOTOR 2. Gotcha. I think I... Wait, can we break these eggs open? I don't know if we can. How do you do that? It's not like it gives me an option. Oh, there's Bash. There we go. Crystals found in the remains of an egg. That's what's going on? I'm getting crystals from that, bro? Are you serious? I didn't know I was getting crystals from that. That's crazy. Let me wreck some more eggs while I'm at it. My goodness. Oh yeah, let me bash all of these eggs. Come on now. Can I do it? There we go. Yo, guys. And you're saying press up when you... Oh, because yeah, that cycles through those abilities. Jonathan, you're saying Unleashed reminded you of God of War. Gotcha. Dude, it... Honestly, I love the Force Unleashed so much because like you truly feel powerful. You feel so powerful in that game, and it feels great. It feels great to just absolutely wreck shit. But then I kind of feel like the Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order, those games start to feel a little more realistic, like how combat should kind of feel, or it's a little more of a challenge. Okay, let's go ahead and save again. I'm saving a lot here, but we're also getting some really nice loot. I don't want to miss out on anything, and I don't want our game to glitch out and us to like lose this progress. Taylor, you said going through and slaughtering everything in your wake. Yes, yes. It's such a satisfying feeling, and they give you a really good they give you a really good sense of progression in the Force Unleashed, because you really go from like not being able to do a ton, and then by the end of the game you got like all of these different abilities, and you feel unstoppable. I love that feeling, that whole progression, that sense of progression, going from like, man, this is tough, to, oh, this is kind of easy now with all these upgrades, and it's just becomes a bloodbath, and you just fuck up the clones. Taylor, thank you so much for the light coming through. Okay, one thing I meant to do, guys, I was wanting to check our items and see what we got here for crystals. We'll get a green crystal. Get a red crystal. Oh. Can we technically run a red lightsaber and still do a light side playthrough? This Rubat? Oh my gosh. True. Oh, the true saying, yes, bet. It shows you new items in the inventory if you press X. Show new items. Gotcha. That's a hell of a way to sort that. I appreciate that so much. I literally have never noticed that. And then we got show quest items. That's cool. And then they got equipable items, utility items. I like how you can really sort through like that. I want to see, what do we have? We got a shield here. I'm gonna hold on to that. Keep that. Those are no different. Implant. Oh, she doesn't have that ability yet. That means we gotta get her the implant skill. That way we can equip that. Still gonna hold on to that. We won't have nothing more for her. Guys, imagine if you could run a lightsaber and a blaster. Like they included that as a stance in Jedi Survivor, and it was the coolest shit ever. Like being able to run a blaster and a lightsaber. You said you can also pause the second before your character enters combat, spam stims, and your shield gotcha. It's your absolute favorite exploit of these games. Just spam your basically anything that can help with buffs. Like spam your buffs, then go ahead and get into battle. So I think that was everything that was in this cave. Let's run back now. Yo, we can make upgrades to our lightsabers. Oh, this is gonna be cool. Yo, I'm kind of pumped now to see where things go in this. Whenever we eventually get to another planet or kind of progress into the next map area. Also, guys, so that's cave number 1. I'm assuming there's gonna be more caves in the area. And then Jonathan, you said episode 3 Revenge of the Sith was cool, got to play as Anakin and Obi-Wan. Yes, they gave you another really good sense of progression with that. I felt like it was definitely more of like the hack and slash type, but the upgrades, which I have it. The green screen's kind of messing with the cover, but I've got it here. Episode 3. Said no more caves here. Appreciate it, Taylor. But yeah, dude, this is I played the shit out of this as a kid. Episode 3 was my jam back in the day. Jonathan, you're saying I kid. Remove everyone's clothes and armor just for fun. Oh man, just to see how quick everyone dies. Watch everyone just get dropped. So where we got to where are we going next? So that was a cave entrance. There's a path north. Ooh.
Yes?
Let's grab Z. Grab Big Z to what's everyone's fasted playthrough in KOTOR. Well, this is my first ever playthrough. I know it's gonna take me a minute. But still, was your awakening and the reason Fem Shepherd was always be your favorite. Gotcha. What's your guys' what's your favorite weapons to run? Like, are you guys running lightsabers? You running blasters? Oh, it's a boss fight? Hold on, wait a minute. Guys, this is the last Mandalorian deal, part of that Mandalorian quest line. I'm gonna overwrite it, save, because we're about to get into a massive battle. 4 hours, mostly because you were on your phone. Holy cow! Jonathan, you said you run dual lightsabers. Gotcha. Well,
So this is the meta.
I saved this. Remember, I saved this right before we got to this.
Mere Jedi. I will add your head to those of the other Jedi I have killed and take yet another lightsaber for my own. Now you will know why the Mandalorians are feared.
Guys, I didn't put my lucky necklace on. I normally wear this thing. This thing's nuts though. Look at this, guys. I got the One Ring from Lord of the Rings. I've got the Death Star, and then my favorite number I got on this bad boy. I've rocked this almost every time, and I forgot to put it on earlier. It's like my top 2 favorite franchises, and then my favorite number. Basically what I roll with this necklace. spam grenades. The double edge is good as well. You typically have the Stilla, or so she covers the double edge. Gotcha. Okay, here's what I'm gonna run. I don't even know what to. What does the what's a mine gonna do? All right. Guys, I don't know what we just did. Bro. Somebody run heals. Everyone's running heals. Come on now. Everyone running heals. Wait, can she run heals? She can run heals again. She can run cure. Bet. Oh, she's dead. Guys. Guys. I won't lose this, I promise.
Yes.
Oh, we might die here. Jacob, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Said nice, man. You started playing this game again too. Bet, dude, bet. This is my first ever playthrough on it, so I'm making my attempt. But I saved right before this, so I can attempt this as many times as I need to. So like I'm expecting to die once or twice here, at least. This is perfect. Like I saved it right before it. We're set, guys. We're set. You said, yeah, it's a tough fight, man. You gotta really be on your toes for this one. Gotcha. Have your guys pull back and spam grenades. I don't really have anything for grenades. I don't know if you saw that. I have ion grenades. I don't know what those do. Unless they'll be just as effective. I don't know.
So
They hurt robots? Okay.
You have caused us
Are they gonna
far
hurt
too
these
much
guys at
trouble
all?
for a mere Jedi.
I guess
I
that
will
guy,
add your
I don't know
head
if
to
he's
those
not a
of the
robot,
other
is he?
Jedi I have killed and take yet another.
Mandalorian, yeah. He said not really. That's what I figured. Like so you guys see this. I got ion grenades, I got average flash mine, average frag mine, plasma mine, but that, I mean, that's it. I need to go buy more stuff. Could I run an energy shield? I might do it. We also could run some, oh no, I guess we don't really have any other buffs. I was like, bro, we could run buffs. I'm gonna run you said whirlwind bet. You can run an energy shield, give you bonus to defense. That's yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too. If I run that, and then we can run like boom, and then boom, then we run kind of fill up those attack slots, make use of all this stuff. Honestly, Z, you run in there, you start bashing, so lay out some mines and then go talk to them and run past the mines. That's also true. Have all three work one by one. Honestly, night speed, bro. Night speed. Now, what if we run? Can we run stun? We can't. What is she doing? Guys, what? I don't get it. There we go. Here we go. All right, we got a paused. What do we have going here? All right, we gotta run cure maybe.
Sure.
We're gonna run force wind if we can. Run it. Oh my god, guys. Oh, we got him suspended. Yo, that was cool. He's just twirling in the air. He can't do shit. That was nasty. I love this. Get the Mandalorian here. We're gonna run throw a lightsaber. That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be really cool.
What can I do?
Yo, let's go. This is stunning whirlwind. I'll see if I can run it. I can. Bet.
Yes?
They're gonna Z. Okay, these two are already working on that guy, so we're just gonna keep focused on here, on this guy too. Look at that. Z's turning around. He's ready to go. We got it, guys. We got it. It lagged a little bit, but we we did get the dub there. Let's go. Dude, that's such a sick move. That's such an insane move. I took advantage of it that time. No way. We got more lightsabers, guys. Oh my god. Yo. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. Just wait till we get back to base, guys. Is there anything else for us here, or is that pretty much it? I don't know if we looked in this backpack yet. Yeah, we did. Okay, cool. So that, I think that was technically... I want to say that was kind of it for that Mandalorian. Ooh. That Mandalorian quest. Let me look and see if there's anything left. You have met and slain the Mandalorian leader. You liked to collect lightsabers. Oh, we had the red one, the red lightsaber, and the blue lightsaber. Yo, what up, Kev? It's Minecraft. Welcome to the stream, man. And you're saying check Speedster. Okay, bet. One of the better places in the game to get in free cam and check out the Manta Ray. Ooh. Yeah, let me go look at that Speedster over there real quick, like you were saying. Make sure we got everything right. I don't think it's letting me loot anything over here. Yeah, it's not letting me loot anything, so. I'm pretty sure that's it. We already got the 2 lightsabers. Like, I'm pretty sure we got everything we needed. Dude, honestly, yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and fast travel. We'll return. And then let's go complete these quests, turn them in. We got more lightsabers, we got more stuff to upgrade. I did not do the compound yet, but I figured why not turn in a quest, get more XP, because if we can level up, I'm sure it'll make the compound that much easier, right? And especially if we get lightsabers that deal more damage too. I'm basically just thinking, you know, let's just prep. Let's do some prep work and get ready for it. That way, if we're making enough upgrades to be more than ready for that, we'll be ready to go. I don't know what we have for credits, but I'm gonna check and see if we can buy something off this guy. Let's see here. We got 100. We only have 133 credits, bro. We don't have shit. Oh man. Okay. And he doesn't have any grenades anyways. That's all I was really looking for. So I won't worry about it. Hey, Jacob, thank you so much for the follow, my guy. Let's go. Did you get? Okay, perfect. Now, where do I can't remember where I need to go for those quests. That Mandalorian quest? That's probably gonna be out here. To the right, maybe? This is my biggest problem, is trying to figure out where everyone's at. I don't ever remember how I get to people. All right. Let's surely it won't be too far. You unlock a contraband planet soon where you can buy stuff for half the price. That sounds so nice. I need that. I need that really bad, man. Really bad. Here's John.
Have you found the Mandalorian? Thank you, young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward I promised you. No, please take it. This pitiful amount will never be enough for what you have done for me. Again, I thank you. I will be sure to tell the council of your great deed.
Light side points gained. Let's go. Yo. Okay, there's one little quest. Reminds you of Guardians of the Galaxy where Thor makes his new hammer. Ooh, that's cool. That's really cool. It's just like out in the middle of literally nowhere. There's the Strange Ruins too that we still have to go to progress like the main storyline. Oh, there's like nothing over here. It's just a dead end, bro. It's too bad they didn't add in like a sprint button aside from, you know, being able to use the force to run quick. Oh, was there? I'm trying to think of where we have an upgrade bench, like where we can upgrade our lightsabers at. I kind of want to do that. I'm gonna go down below, maybe in the temple in the training room. Bet. Appreciate that, Jacob. Said no, really storyline progression outside of pirates, but it's a legal shop. Ooh. All right, here we go. Yeah, we're gonna go to the council chamber. We're gonna upgrade our stuff. See if we unlock anything new armor-wise, and then we'll build up a better lightsaber, possibly.
Padawan, I must speak with you. You are now one of the Jedi, an order with a long and glorious past. A past we should all be aware of. As a chronicler of the Academy here on Dantooine, I feel it is my duty to share the history of our order with the newly initiated. Unfortunately, our recent history is one of tragedy and bloodshed. The Mandalorian Wars,
I did, Jacob.
The fall
I did.
Of Revan and Malak,
So,
the rise of the Sith.
we killed the Mandalorian leader, got the red lightsaber and the blue lightsaber. We went to the crystal cave, we got a shit ton of crystals. So like now we got lightsabers we can upgrade. Okay, so he was saying the Mandalorian Wars, the fall of Revan and Malak, the rise of the Sith. There are important lessons to be learned from these events. We do not wish to repeat the mistakes of our past.
Of course, I could not tell you the entire history of our order. The Jedi have existed for thousands upon thousands of years. We are as old as the
Yo,
Republic
this is gonna be cool though when we
Instead,
upgrade our
I will
stuff.
begin 40 years ago with the War of Exar Kun. Like Malak and Revan, Exar Kun was a Jedi who fell to the dark
Alright guys,
side
do I
and
run
led an
double
army
bladed?
against the Jedi and the Republic.
Or do I run
Exar
dual
Kun was
on
defeated,
my
but
main
the war
character?
left both the Republic and our own order severely weakened.
I could
For
run
20
dual
years, we
and then
struggled
see
to
like
rebuild, trying to
what
erase
buffs
the
I could
scars
get on
of the
those.
terrible conflict.
I feel like would that be more effective? Can you basically have like 2 lightsabers fully upgraded with more buffs than just a double bladed? So double bladed does more damage, but if you do dual wield, you do more, you get more hits. See, I kind of like that idea. It's just more chances for you to get crits and deal more damage. I feel like. Okay, so they said after they're defeated, the war left both the Republic and our own order severely weakened. For 20 years, we struggled to rebuild, trying to erase the scars of the terrible conflict. Okay.
All things in
All right,
time.
let's see what he says
You shall
here.
learn that history is an
So they
intricate
reference the
weaving of
old
many
Republic
events.
and the ancient
No
Sith.
one
What up, next
thing
level?
can be
Welcome back to the
understood
stream,
without
man.
the proper
Let's go,
context.
dude.
20 years ago,
So they reference the old
Mandalorians,
Republic and
aware that
the
Republic
ancient
was in a
Sith,
weakened
but this
state,
game is
began
right in it.
conquering
Gotcha.
small worlds on the outer rim. They were careful to choose only planets outside the Republic's jurisdiction.
Next level, we're in the
After much
old
debate,
Republic.
the Senate chose
Old
not to.
Republic days, way back
As
in
long
the
as the Mandalorians
way
avoided
back in
planets
Star
that were
Wars
members of
history.
the Republic itself, there would be no retaliation.
Jacob, you're saying double bladed and dual, you do a penalty to dexterity. Gotcha. Okay. And I think we already have a dexterity buff. So maybe that kind of outweighs that. Or kind of balances it out a bit. Okay, so the Senate chose not to intervene after much debate. As long as the Mandalorians avoided planets that were members of the Republic itself, there would be no retaliation. Okay.
The Mandalorians stockpiled resources from their conquered worlds, preparing for massive assault.
So the game's all about
7
balance.
years ago, they launched a simultaneous
Gotcha.
attack in 3 separate sectors of Republic space. The Senate had no choice but to retaliate with the entire Republic fleet. The Mandalorian Wars had begun.
There we go. We're rocking our root beer tonight, guys. All right. The Mandalorian Wars had begun. So he's literally, he's out here just like talking about history. This dude's talking all about the Mandalorian Wars, which I have no idea or clue about until now.
The Republic petitioned the Jedi Council for aid, but there were many factors to consider before we allowed ourselves to be drawn into another conflict, so soon after the war with Exar Kun. While the Jedi Council preached patience, there were many among our order who were eager for us to join the battle.
Oh,
2
okay.
young knights in particular demanded
Now we got
immediate
lots of
action.
dialogue
Revan
running.
and Malak.
I was hoping to
They
get straight to
rallied many of
upgrading
the
our
Jedi to their
lightsabers.
cause, and against the wishes of their masters, Revan was a
But like, I
brilliant
also want to hear all of this so I
and
get the
Republic fleet
lore and I
began to
understand
win
everything that's kind of
victory
going
after
on.
victory. 4 years ago, the Mandalorians surrendered unconditionally. No one is denying that Revan was one of the keys to defeating the Mandalorians.
Dude, Revan was a
Something
key.
happened out there on the outer rim.
See, that's what I
Instead
want to
of
know.
returning
What
after
happened,
the war's
bro?
end,
What
the
happened to
ships
these
under
guys?
Revan's
Why did they
command
turn?
went deep into
So there's a
unexplored
lot of
space.
lore.
They
It can get
claimed to be
confusing
searching
sometimes.
for the last remnants of the Mandalorian fleet. All contact was lost. For many months, it was assumed some great
Okay.
disaster had befallen the entire fleet. Everyone thought they were dead. There were unsubstantiated rumors of Revan and Malak being seen on a number of different planets during these months. Scattered sightings that were never confirmed.
Interesting.
Perhaps they simply went far beyond the edges of Republic space. Maybe they found previously undiscovered hyperspace routes to the ends of the galaxy. Nobody knows for certain.
Very
3 years
interesting.
ago, Revan and Malak returned at the head of a massive invasion fleet. Revan had assumed the title of Sith Lord. The hero had become a conqueror.
That's crazy. It just kind of came out of nowhere. And he had an entire fleet. Like, where the hell did he go? What was he doing?
Some of the ships in the Sith fleet are
Like,
those
it's
that
so
were under
mysterious
Revan's
to me
command
right
during the
now. Like, I have
Mandalorian Wars.
no idea
But
what
many of
Revan
them
did
are
or
of an
where he
alien
went.
design we've never seen before.
He just disappeared
The
and he
source of
came
this
back
massive
just
fleet is one
evil.
of the many things about the Sith
But if you
we
pay
cannot
attention,
explain.
all the
It
answers to your
seems
questions do
impossible
get
to
answered.
have
Gotcha.
created in
It's
such
even
a
more
short
crazy
time,
that they are
yet we
explicitly
cannot
explaining
deny
this
its
to you.
existence. The source of the Sith soldiers is unfortunately much easier to understand. Initially,
Source.
the bulk of the force were former Republic soldiers who had served under Revan.
Okay.
With
Okay.
each conquest,
So he just brought
thousands more
Republic
flocked to
soldiers
join
over
the
with them.
invaders, swelling their numbers. Even many of our own order have betrayed us. Lured
Damn.
by Sith
Okay,
promises
so
of
it
riches
wasn't-
and power.
It wasn't just those two, and then they suddenly just like got their own army. Like, literally a portion of the entire fleet just converted over, and then they were all on the Sith. They're all for the Sith. Maybe there was like some brainwashing going on. I don't know. It's kind of nuts to me.
For 2 years, the Sith were all but invincible. Fortunately, Bastila and her battle meditation allowed the Republic to win a few key victories and kept the Sith from total triumph. In desperation,
Like, they
we
keep
set a
you
trap
keep
for
you
the
guessing. They
Dark
kind of
Lord.
keep you in the dark a little
Bastila was
bit.
with the strike team that tried to
That's
capture
just the tip of the
Revan.
iceberg.
As you probably know, she was there at Revan's end. That was nearly a year ago, but things have not improved. Malak has stepped in and assumed the mantle of Dark Lord for himself, though he's far
Man.
from Revan's equal in strategy or tactics.
Damn.
Still, his fleet continues to grow in both ships and soldiers. If we do not find some way to stop the Sith soon, Malak will overwhelm us with sheer numbers.
Bro, yeah, that could be tough.
Revan's tale shows us how even the greatest of Jedi can fall
I'm
to the
curious
dark
about
side.
this.
You must always be on guard against the evil that dwells within you. Think hard upon this lesson. May the Force be with you.
Wait, I want to ask him a question.
Greetings, young. As chronicler of, you should ponder. This facility is the pursuit of knowledge is a noble goal. You should ponder the history.
All right, I'll be going
May the
now.
Force be with
Cool.
I have nothing. The lessons that yet. Now that the first.
All right. I don't know if there's anyone
Training
else
is
to
now
talk to.
complete, Padawan. And perhaps now, when we heard, we sent a Jedi to
All right.
investigate. But he has not returned. The Force, the secret. The way
Oh.
ahead will be.
Yep, because we were already talking about that. Going to those ruins.
Congratulate you on your.
Okay, he's got nothing for us. All right, cool. Let's go upgrade our stuff. Training computer. I don't even know what this is. Maybe it's just information. You should ask him if his mother doth know he married her drapes. Ugh. Oh, next level, we got a new roster in 2K. Let's go, bro. Wait, I thought I could. Oh, there it is. There it is. The workbench. I was looking for that. Bro, look at this. We got a red and a blue. Can we run a red and blue just for fun? Bro. Yo, Kirk, thank you so much for the follow, man. Yes, sir. I'm on some KOTOR. I made a visit to the Crystal Cave, dude. And I mean, right now we're on Dantooine. We just completed our Mandalorian Raiders quest, and then we also, along the way, we stopped by the Crystal Cave. So, you know, we destroyed all the eggs, we grabbed all the lootable crystals, just doing all that, man. Now I can upgrade some lightsabers. I'm almost thinking about going away from my double-bladed lightsaber to running dual lightsabers now. Next level, you're trying to get Wemby? Bad dude. Kurt, thank you so much for the lag on the live, man. This is kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be dope. I might run blue and red. How insane would that be? We're gonna run blue and red. I guess we can change it too. It doesn't really matter. But I think what I'm gonna do, yeah, we can go red, blue, yellow, green. I might run blue and like green or blue and yellow. But red's so cool. I'm not gonna lie. Red's kind of cool. You said you run purple and red, dude. Like you like one shirt and one regular, like one short and one regular lightsaber. Gotcha. You can do a short lightsaber and a regular lightsaber. What if I go green? I could go yellow. I could go red. That'd be cool. Going to the, oh dude, that's gonna be sick, nasty, guys. Bro, oh my gosh. Yo, what up? Coming through in the chat. It just shows user for the username, but I see you, man. You said streamer number 4 on this game. Let's go. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that was a thing. You said, bro, what's up with KOTOR this week? Dude, I've just been having fun with it. Next level, I see your chats from earlier. You got Brown, Tatum, and Owl, and Kuzma. Dang, you're going crazy with that roster, man. But yeah, dude, I've been starting to grind KOTOR. I literally started up May 4th. May 4th, I made my big switch from Lord of the Rings over to Star Wars. So I grinded out not all Lord of the Rings games, but I grinded out most Lord of the Rings games from October till May 4th. And then May 4th hit. Now I'm about to do that same grind with Star Wars for the next, like, literally 6 months. I'm not even lying. Like, I'm gonna be on these Star Wars games for a long while. But basically, I'm trying to grind through the whole Star Wars video game universe and get through most of the games and beat them. So, like, that's the goal I'm kind of going for right now. And what's cool is I'm probably gonna run through, like, you know, whatever the preset difficulty is in all of the games. I want to leave the preset difficulty on whatever's default, because then it gives us room for replayability to return to the Star Wars universe and then beat everything on hard, like just beating everything on the hardest difficulty. Like it just sounds like a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. So that's the kind of thing I'm aiming for. Assemble. All right. We got any Nah, we don't have any upgrades. All right. Dude, I'm about to run dual wield. Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do. Hold on. I want to get rid of that. And then run the red. We're going to run red and blue. Kind of wild, I know. It's going to be cool. Oh, it's going to be really cool. Ooh, 42 plus 3. Don't mind if I do. All right. They're both the same. We get dex. We get will and awareness. These give damage resistance. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna hold on to what we got here, and then I'm gonna switch. Here's what I was gonna do. I was gonna switch this to double bladed for her. Z just runs he runs the vibro double blade, which I think we got something better now. 2 to 16. 2 to 16. This is 3 to 13. I don't know. I'm just gonna run that for now. Yeah, I think we're sitting good now. See what he guys. Yeah, strength. Okay. Yeah, we're. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. Red and a blue. Let's go. So press Y to do the flippy thing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's cool as shit. Point of note: implants get stupid at level 3. Oh, bet. So that it might be worth an upgrade then at some point. Where do we get? I thought maybe we'd get like another set of Jedi robes. For I didn't know if it was the Mandalorian stuff or some quest. Let me look at my quests. Also, let's save too. It's a good save point. I'm getting some stuff set. So definitely eventually. Yes. All right, bet. Jonathan, you were saying your favorite thing is just running around flipping your sabers. Hell yeah, dude. Said yeah, you only find Jedi robes in very specific places. Gotcha. Okay. And when you graduate, okay. So I don't really know if I have anything left to really do. Maybe I just go progress the game a little bit. Well, we did have that one. Ooh, we gotta go talk to the one chick who was obsessed with her droid, because we did complete that. In the compound, yes, you're right. Oh man, so yeah, we'll talk to that lady. Yep. That lady, yep. The one that just treats her droid like it's her husband who's actually gone. He's dead. She just can't seem to let go. It actually kind of sad when you think about it. It really is.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what I would have done if I had lost him. It's just so great to have him back. We're just gonna
You don't need details again.
Right celebrate. Aren't we, my lovely little droid?
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry. I'm gonna hug you and oil you and care for you and make sure you never, ever get away again.
She's insane, bro. She's freaking insane. Oh my gosh. Hey, he's got to deal with that, not us. We don't have to deal with any of that, man. We're good. Okay, so do you guys know which path it is to get to where I need to go here with that compound? I figured maybe we go fight some bad guys. That's a terrible ending. Bro, no. Could have got her a boyfriend, but nah. No, I just gave her the droid back. Next level, you said you lost the first round? Oh no. Alright, so we got strange ruins. I'm not ready to go there. Let's just go south. There we go. You said you forgot she would start dating a real person? No, that's like just like another ending? That's crazy. That's actually probably the more realistic route. So, yeah, this compound, I'm not entirely sure where I need to go to find it. I was trying to look for it for the longest time last time I was over in the area. Said make her move on. You said this is our fault. We told you to make the droid go back. That droid's depressed. It's like, oh man, how insane do you have to be to make a droid feel depressed? Just far right, if I remember, just keep going. Far right. Oh, just like all the way straight. And what, path south? Or do I have to go down? Like this way? It probably doesn't go anywhere, does it? There's like nothing down here. Oh, that is the compound. I mean, I've already been here and talked to a guy. I don't know. We could open the door.
No problem.
Maybe.
Didn't work.
No, we can't.
This is private. You have come from the Jedi.
See what happens. Yeah, I gotta go to the Sandals. That's what that was the objective. To go to the Sandals.
My protocol draw, though I think your time. I have already many years.
I like how he always gets pissed when I ask that question.
The injustice.
I'm just gonna skip through this because I've already gone through this.
My own security drop. I have no idea. It was shortly after. Obviously, Nur. Follow their stink south of here, and you shall find them. I demand action. Why does the count? I am a man of the world, Jack. I will present the credit. Nevertheless, my offers eventually, until you find.
So he just said south of here. That's all he said. Which we got path south, path south. Which path south is it? Is it southwest? Bet. So I need to go back to the left. And go back here. Yeah, Taylor, you were right. Yeah, on Yep. I needed to go to the Sandals. That was just like, I think pretty sure that's the next step in progressing this. Because I have yet to do that. Or did this take me to the Grove? It takes me to the Grove. See what happens. See what we got over here. So you keep going, go right. There's Ancient Grove. So is it this middle path south? Third, exceptional. What's going on? He said third person playing KOTOR in an hour. Wonder why? Dude, I started back in May 4th. I'm trying to do a whole, like, I call it a marathon grind, where I'm trying to play majority of the Star Wars games that are out there, like Star Wars video games, and I'm trying to start off with original Xbox and then work my way through all the way up to basically the most like the newest Star Wars release, which I think is Outlaws. So like I'm trying to work my way through the entire universe. He said it just got re-announced officially, so people are jumping on the bandwagon. Gotcha. Oh man. But yeah, no, dude, like I had plans to switch over to Star Wars. Originally, I was gonna do it on the 1st of May, and I was like, you know what? May 4th is around the corner. Why not just wait and start up the old Star Wars grind? Oh, next level, you're saying Outlaws ain't even that fun? Damn. It's like one game I was like kind of excited about, but also I haven't looked anything up on it. So like I would have been completely blind to that. It was back when May 4th was around the corner, when I kind of like was thinking about it and wanting to start things up. Outlaws is totally acceptable. It's fun, but not super exciting. Gotcha. Is there anything for me in the Ancient Grove ever since we like cleared it out? Maybe it was just for that one quest. Sandral Grounds. Oh my gosh, Z, guys, what are you doing? Get her going. So the Dusk Sabers are sexy, not gonna lie. It's not the Jedi combat game, but it's totally got its own feel and vibe in the verse. Gotcha. It's a B- for you. Gotcha. I tell you what, I really enjoyed the Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order. I really love those games. I felt like they really had depth in the stories, and it just adds to that timeline, man, where we don't know a whole lot that kind of went on. If you're like me and you only watch the movies, never read the book, never read like any books on it, like you don't know that timeline too well. Like you don't know what's happening between like episodes 3 and 4 all that much. Aside from like the Empire's on the rise now, and
I'm here.
Yes.
okay, let me look at the map. Okay, there's a cave entrance, guys. Cave entrance, we're ready. Oh my gosh, not another. Or is that the crystal? That might actually be the crystal cave that we were in earlier. Let me check it real quick. Yeah, I think that's the crystal cave we were in earlier. Let's run. Yo, this is cool. Yo, what up, obtuse? You said, what are you looking for? So I finally made it to the Sandral Grounds, but I'm doing a quest where I think I'm supposed to find this guy's son who's been kidnapped by this group. So in a world where there's only 2 farms and they are at odds, perhaps the fine love. I'm just gonna take these guys out real quick. There we go. Cool. So I think I just got to keep going left. Go left before you leave the plane.
Sure.
You talking about like right here? Oh yeah, I see. Oh wait, no, I've already been here. I've already been in this area. Okay, I didn't realize that. What's that? Why was that just activated? Oh shoot, we're taking on some hounds up here. It's a bad day to be a hound, tell you what.
What can I do?
All right. Well, we're on. Yes. Just cycle through it, man. They'll go down real quick. So Dan Toohin has the best music. Too bad about Jeremy Soule. Oh shit. There we go.
What?
What can I do?
There we go. Take them out, bro. Take them out. Come on. What up, Press X Daily? So we still at it? Yes, sir. The murder mystery? Oh my gosh. That took me forever to get through.
The Force fights with me.
It was crazy, like figuring out that they were both guilty. Like that was like what my intuition was telling me, But the whole time I was like, there's no way that that would be the answer. Like, there's just no way. There's some. I just assumed that I had to pick one. I didn't think it could be both of them. I just didn't think the game would do that. Okay, and then I think we meant to go around. Yeah, we meant to go around this corner. I was gonna see if there's anything down here. You said other way. That's the base, right? It's a W Prime BioWare writing. You're saying that you play too much Red Dead that albino should have a rare pelt. You're out here collecting pelts and selling them for cash. Non-family members are not permitted. Entrance. Oh boy. Yeah, so we're in the area. So go around to your right. Oh, yeah, right here. Right here. Here's a droid.
This is private. The council. Nureg left orders he was not to be
Okay.
disturbed.
So are you going good or evil? This part's a lot more fun evil. I'm going good. Light side playthrough. I wasn't even paying attention to what he said. Going to the main hall, Nureg will meet you there. Okay. Let's do this. Yay! Yeah, Toos, thank you so much for the follow, man. You said refuse the money for more light side. Gotcha. Big bet. We'll do that. We'll run. Yeah, we'll just refuse money. Be like, we don't need a reward. Let them know.
I have been informed by my protocol droid that you wish to speak to me.
Oh boy.
I brought my family here to find peace and safety, not to be harassed and treated
be
like
vague?
common
Okay.
criminals. Your council.
Jedi are renowned for their fairness and pursuit of justice. There is nothing to fear from us, unless you have something to hide.
Ooh.
I trust you will show yourself out. If not, my security droids will be sure to deal with you.
Oh snap. I guess I should have saved before I did anything. When you leave this place, the daughter will show up. Don't be too harsh and she will spill what's wrong. Okay.
Looking for Shen Matale? My name is Rahasia. Nureg is my father. He has not been himself since Cassus disappeared. He is mad with grief, and he is convinced the Matales are responsible. He's not thinking rationally.
Oh boy. Does this have anything to do with?
My father is a good man. When my
Being
mother
vague.
died,
I'm trying to be
he raised me
vague.
and my brother by himself. He loves his children, and we love him. I just don't want you to judge him too harshly. You must understand that father has been under a terrible strain. I have no wish to disobey him.
Okay.
There are matters where even my father's authority is not absolute.
Okay.
My father has kidnapped Shen Matale.
Okay.
He's holding him prisoner here in the compound. He feels this is a way to get back at the Matales.
Oh my
a way to get
gosh.
even for the disappearance of my brother.
Of course.
I see. Well, there is the answer we seek. The Jedi Council should be informed of this at once.
No. Since Cassus went missing, my father has
Oh,
become
boy.
unstable. He might hurt him if you do that. He no longer even cares if the Matales are responsible for what happened to Cassus.
Oh
I'm afraid
man,
my father will simply kill
dude,
Shen
he's going
out of a
nuts.
mad,
He's going
misguided
crazy.
lust for vengeance. Shen is an innocent victim in all this. My father is not a bad man, but his grief has driven him to madness. He must be stopped.
Oh, bet.
Please find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever. I would take you to the prison, but I cannot let my father see me with you.
Let's go.
Take this key. It will open an unguarded door at the rear of the estate. You and Shen can make your escape through there.
Let's do it.
There are many security droids guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope. Please find Shen.
What can I do?
We're healing. All right.
What can I do?
Sure.
Okay. Go to the rear of the estate, and then I think we'll just use that key and get in. Then we gotta get this guy out of prison. Okay. All right, let's do this. Just go back around. So there's another entrance over here. Now let's see. Can we go in?
No problem.
Yep. Let's go. So, and I think we might have to face some droids. I assume that's what we're gonna go up against. The Sith War began 2.5 years ago when the heroes of the Mandalorian War seized the Republic fleet. Oh snap! Recover mine? Okay, they just went crazy, bro. Oh, it's one of those dudes. Dude, oh. You said a droid would help here. Okay, bet. Can I leave? What do you suggest then? Should I just run with our fellow Jedi in the party and then run with the droid, probably? That's what I think. That's what I might do. R2D2. Not exactly. It's T3M4. There we go. Do you have ion weapons? I do. I do, obtuse. All right.
What can I do?
And I think our droid has a level up. Look at that. Skills. We do security. We do security. Wait, what's that say? Class skills can have a maximum skill rank of 10. Okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's crazy. Make sure the droid's decked out in demo. This game hits the childhood feels. Holy shit. Let's go. No regrets. Droid upgrade class 2. You have been granted the following feats this level. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're still going up levels. Okay. Intelligence. A high intelligence adds modifiers to the number of points a character has to spend on essential items. That's crazy. What do we give the droid? I mean, just intelligence? Is that all he needs? Oh my gosh, remaining points. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. So you can honestly auto up them. Gotcha. Bet. Won't worry about them too much. All right. And let me go ahead and just save real quick while we're here. All right, we're about to run in. Let's do it. Bro, all right. So I'm assuming we'll be able to do like a lot of the security hacking stuff with the droid. What am I looking at on the map? Okay, I don't really know. I need to start just exploring. No way. I can run Ion Blaster? Hold on. What's the disruptor good for? These pistols are illegal. Too powerful weapon to be owned by civilians. They ignore most. Okay, that's cool. Let's go. Dude, that's sick. Oh my gosh, I love the fact that we're just over here upgrading our droid. It'll take significantly less spikes to open doors. Gotcha. Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. She's gonna go straight for him. Oh my gosh, that messed him up. He's done. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Get a computer panel. Let's see if there's any loot first. Right here. Let's get this loot. We got parts, bet.
Yes.
Grab the droid. Use the computer. Let's go. Let's go. Download the area schematics. Personal area map updated. South hallway. We'll take a look. Still nothing. Security computer room. I'm gonna check and see what we got. Okay, that's where we're at. Central security room. Let's check it. All right, bet. Overload computer power conduit. Corrupt sentry droid targeting program. What's that do? Obtuse, you're saying yes? Or were you saying yes to overloading the computer power conduit? I don't know if that's like what you do. Okay. Failure, access denied. Invalid spikes. Oh, I guess I am short on spikes. I didn't realize that. I got you guys. I need more spikes.
I'm here.
What?
Dude, now we have the whole area on the map. That's pretty sick. I like that. So you could always cheat and do the Konami code.
I'm here.
That guy didn't stand a chance, bro. But that guy, we killed that. We killed him right away. Loot, give me the loot. Give me the loot. Let's go, guys. Skill too low. That sucks. They're just like shooting each other, I think. Said use the droid. Oh, like to open the doors? Dude, look at that. Our droid's insane. So yes, the droid will break in easily. Okay. Oh, a sonic rifle. Wait, with the droid, can I also go back? Security. There we go. There we go. I picked that item up so fast I didn't even see what it was. I'm gonna be honest. I can look at it on playback though. It's like credits and something else. I'm not too worried.
What?
Let's go. Come on now. Get him. Get him. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Let's get more loot. More computer spikes. Let's go. Nope. Nope. There we go. And we got a repair kit. Ooh, our character has a level up, guys. Remaining points. Could run. Okay. We might do like. Maybe we run one right here. Let's go security. Maybe do security up one. Or you're saying persuade? All right. Let's do it. And then feats. We're gonna run improved 2-weapon fighting. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Toughness. Where's toughness at? Advanced Jedi defense. That's cool. This feat gives a character a +3 bonus to all blaster bolt deflection. Okay, here's toughness. The character gains an additional +1 vitality point at each level up. Retroactive for levels previously gained. This is in addition to the +1 is granted by toughness, and the 2-point physical damage resistant granted by improved toughness. Dude, I could upgrade toughness to level 3. Normally make your character more combat based than utility based. Gotcha. Let's Jedi sense. The Jedi develops a connection to the Force that allows them to better sense incoming attacks. This feat grants +2 defense and is always active. That's cool. Oh my gosh. Dueling. What else we got in here? Force sensitive. All right. We can be force immunity. We got fear, stuns, and paralysis. That's nuts that you can actually. That's cool. That's really freaking cool. You know what? It's such a tough one, but I think I might just do toughness right now. Okay, and then can't do that yet. Force aura. We got burst of speed. We might run burst of speed, to be honest. Stun droid. That's nice. Disable droid. Destroy droid. Oh my gosh. It heals nice. Which I got cure already. I just gotta wait for character level 12 to get heal. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run burst speed now. That's nice being able to do that. If you want to save. Alright, here we go. Actually, yeah, there we go. I should be alright now. Let me look back at the map. Oh, nope, that's kind of where we came in at. Let's just keep running. Oh. There we go. It's a minor frag mine. Okay, let's go ahead and open this. There he is.
Who are you? What do you want with me?
There we go.
Are you working for my father?
All right, I'm here to rescue him.
Rescue me? No, I won't leave. It's too dangerous.
Damn, he doesn't want to leave.
It's not my own safety I'm concerned about. I'm worried about the fate of Nurik's daughter, Rahasia. She's been trying to convince her father to release me ever since I was captured. If I escape, Nurik will think Rahasia is to blame. Nurik is insane with grief over the loss of his son, Cassius.
Oh boy, dude,
if I
this
leave
is
with
nuts.
You, it is Rahasia who will suffer. I cannot allow that. If you can convince Rahasia to escape with us, I will accompany you. Though I do not know if she'd be willing to turn her back on her home and family.
Oh boy.
I could imagine Asandra doing such a thing for the
It's
sake of
forbidden love.
But if she will not go, then I too shall stay. I would rather face my own death than have her face her father's wrath because I escaped.
Ooh.
Thank you. I wish you luck.
All right, we're gonna go speak to her. Wait, where was she? Do I have to leave the area? I'm thinking I gotta leave the area. Go back out. Maybe we gotta go back into the front entrance and find her and talk to her. Bro, alright, let's go find these.
Yes?
Let's go find them. Okay, I think we just come back to the front. We gotta talk to her. It's kind of like what I'm assuming here. Best way to get into the family area is to cut off the daughter's face and put it up to the scanner. Gosh, that's crazy, bro. You're a madman.
What are you doing here? Have you found Shen yet?
All right. Said, okay, there are other ways.
Shen can be so stubborn sometimes.
Oh boy.
If one of the security droids sees me wandering the halls, Father will get suspicious. I can't risk it. But I know Shen would rather die than leave me here alone to face the wrath of my father.
Oh
Tell
boy.
Shen I will meet you outside the gates.
Let's
I will
go.
wait as long as I can.
Let's
but
go.
You must hurry.
Dude, let's go. Yes. We're gonna escape. Let's do it. Assume we just head out. Then maybe we go back around again, go straight to him, talk to him. I'm not exactly sure. What's the standard quests? Meet you and Shen outside the estate. Now all that remains is to get him out of here. Okay. This is cool. Making sure there's not... I didn't think there was like anything over here that I should be doing. Maybe I should go back in? Let me just go straight to him, I'm assuming. Go straight to him and go ahead and get up out of here and leave. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna pull up that map. Here he is. Okay, here at the holding cell. We're just gonna head on up. Yep, right here. Let's talk to him.
You're back. Have you spoken to Rahasia? I pray she is not just telling me what I want to hear. But
Oh
I'll
boy.
have to take that chance. Hurry,
Okay.
then. We must not keep Rahasia waiting.
Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. We're gonna meet her outside. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Shen, you're safe.
Rahasia. Well, thank goodness you managed to escape.
It was all thanks to this kind Jedi that we managed to get this far at all. I thank you, Jedi, for all that you have done for us. You're right. We should go as fast as we can. I don't know how long it will be before my father realizes we're gone.
You're right. We should.
Oh shit. Oh boy. It's about to go down. Oh my gosh.
There you are, Shen.
Father!
Mr. Matale.
Rahasia!
Father.
Mr. Sandro.
Nurik. Alan.
Oh my
I knew
gosh.
this was all you're doing.
Oh my
You
gosh.
had captured my son.
You had taken my Cassus
You said
from
there's
me
always the
long
face
before
option,
that.
but I
You
fear they
started
do not let me
I
make
don't
the
want to hear
game.
any of your excuses. Now I will get revenge for your transgressions.
All right. No.
Please listen to him, Father.
Why should I listen to the Jedi?
Why should I listen to the Jedi? We're the one with the lightsabers.
My daughter is not a harlot, Matale dog! We are trying to be reasonable here, of course. We are sensible people, after all. But our children are being so stubborn.
If Shen would just understand that he has to do what I want, this
Oh
would
my
all be
gosh.
solved easily.
Oh my gosh, dude. These guys just keep going back and forth.
No,
I don't care. Rahesh,
you will do no such thing.
I'm your
I
father.
am your father, and I order you to come
He
back
orders
with me.
he
No,
orders
Father,
him
I
to
won't.
come back.
Rahesia, you will not leave with this Matale boy.
I
Well,
am,
has she
Father,
been
and you can't
baptized?
stop me. We're leaving for the Enclave.
You foolish girl.
You expect us to just let them leave? Droids, stop them!
You will not turn your droids on my daughter.
Dude, oh my
Droids, Don't
gosh.
let them take Rahesia.
We appear to be at an impasse then. And they got away.
It is your fault, darling. You were always too violent for your own good.
Oh
Me?
boy. Ah,
You
they're
were
about
the
to
one who
start
rushed out here
fighting.
with war droids.
We're going to break up this fight, man.
I will not rest until I have my Shen back. The Council will hear of the troubles you caused, Jedi.
Indeed they shall.
Alright. What do I do now? Or do I need to return? I'm assuming was that kind of it? We do also have to investigate the ruins too. That's another thing we gotta do. So let's check that map. Probably go to the north. What's straight ahead? Let's see where this goes.
Another warrior joins the fellowship. Let's go.
Back to the grove. Let's do it. Hey. Yo, let's go. Thank you so much for the subscription over on YouTube. Holy cow, I can't talk. Much appreciated, Kier. Thank you so much. Let's go. All right. So we got. There's the ancient grove. I need to go what, path north probably? And just keep rolling. Let's keep on going. You said fast travel. I was wanting to just keep going north because I figured I was thinking I had to kind of go back to that first area outside of the our temple. But I also might, so I was thinking of that we got to go to the ruins yet. That was another quest for us to do. So if I go to the courtyard and then we'll head on out. I think the ruins were like right up here. All right, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, because we're gonna take this path to the right, and then just head out a little bit, and then I think our path to the ruins will be just right there. Kind of head out here, and I think we just take a left. Strange ruins. Okay, it's just all the way down here. All right. Burst of speed. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go, guys. We're fast. We're fast as fuck. Let's go. Dude, let's go. All right. Here we go. Ooh, into the ruins. Let's do this. Oh man, what are we gonna face in here? There's gonna be something. There's always gotta be something. Dude, this place looks kind of wild, I'm not gonna lie. It's terrifying in here. Spiders, okay. Yep. That was a droid. So here comes your Sith robes? STA map? Oh shit. What language is that? What are you trying to say? I don't understand you. Should have saved. Oh boy. Oh boy. Star map. Oh boy. Yeah, I should have saved. Destroys. Okay, still.
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect.
Okay.
The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand.
Okay. You can reproduce any of the languages spoken by the slaves of the builders? Hey! Hey, we got another follow coming through. Let's go, guys. Yo, David, thank you so much for the follow, man. You can reproduce any of the languages spoken by the slaves of the builders. I recognize this language.
I recognize this language as well.
Okay.
It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manan. Why would a droid on
okay.
be programmed to speak ancient Selkath?
So it's Selkath language? Leeward Jenkins it? Should have slaves construction as temple. Oh, but you are not of the slave species, neither are you of the builders. You are like the one who came before.
It must be referring to Revan.
Oh my gosh.
Likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins.
Oh boy. He's the overseer. The builders programmed him to enforce discipline among the slaves while the monument to the power of the Star Forge was constructed. That sounds insane. That sounds insane, bro. Oh shit. Alright. At project completion, all slaves were executed. I was reprogrammed to serve should a builder return in search of knowledge of the Star Forge. Oh, who are these builders you keep talking about? What is the Star Forge? How long have you been here? Its chronicle circuits have marked over 10 full revolutions of this system's outermost planet around the sun since the builders left. That sounds wild.
Will take more than 20,000 years.
20,000 years.
True, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than
That's
the Republic
insane,
itself.
bro.
There must be some mistake.
That's insane. This is ancient. No mistake, the builders constructed my chronological circuitry using the technology of the Star Forge itself. The builders are the great masters of the galaxy, the conquerors of all worlds, the rulers of the infinite empire, and the creators of the Star Forge.
These builders must have been an extinct people.
Oh my
Though it is
gosh.
strange, there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy.
The Hutts were dominant in the galaxy.
In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
Oh boy. The droid speaks Salkith. Maybe they were the builders. Something must have happened to wipe the builders out. Maybe the builders refers to the Sith. We're nothing but slaves and servants of the true masters. Like all the other species, they bowed down before the might of the builders and the Star Forge. The empire of the builders is infinite and everlasting. None can stand against their might and the power of the Star Forge. Okay. Okay, so he's been here ever since the completion of this monument, and all this time no builder has returned to seek information on the Star Forge. Interesting. And what is it? It's the glory of the builders, the apex of their infinite empire. It is a machine of invincible might, a tool of unstoppable conquest. That sounds insane. Okay. Is the oh yeah, he already said that.
Is obviously not programmed
okay.
For the knowledge we seek. The Star Forge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps.
Maybe it has nothing to do with the Sith. Could it have been a factory or weapons planet? Oh.
That might explain how the Sith were able to amass a fleet so quickly.
Oh man.
But I suspect the Star Forge is more powerful than a mere factory. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else.
The ones who came before you, the ones like you, not builders, but not slaves, sought knowledge of the Star Forge and its origins. They proved themselves worthy? Oh shit. They discovered the secrets of the Star Forge, locked beyond the sealed door behind me, but there was another who failed to unlock the secrets and paid the ultimate price. Oh shit.
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo. The council sent him here to investigate.
And it cost him his life, dude. I'm not programmed for combat. I did not harm the one who failed. This temple's own protections will destroy those who seek knowledge of the Star Forge if they are deemed unworthy. That's insane. Enter the proving grounds to the east and west. Within them, those who understand the will of the builders can unlock their secrets and open the doors. But those who fail will be destroyed by the power of the temple itself. More than this, I'm not programmed to say.
Revan and Malik unlocked the sealed door.
They unlocked the sealed door.
Of the Star Forge. Now Malik is using the Star Forge to fuel his conquest of the Republic.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Star Forge. The Republic is depending on us.
All right. Is it save? Bet. Let's go. Got the save? Got the save, man? Do we just have to return then and talk to the Jedi Council?
Yes?
Oh, I'm not level 15 yet. That's why I can't do that. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. What else? What else we got? Disable droid. That'd be dope. Force shield. It's granted a +4 bonus to defense and all saving throws. Okay. What else can we do here? Could give her force whirlwind as well. That's kind of crazy. Advanced throw lightsaber too. That's another. I might run force whirlwind with her as well, because that's just crazy. All right. All right. Really, I just need to, let's see. You've also found the fate of the Jedi who had been sent here earlier. It would seem he had been slain. Okay. It says, what happened to this civilization? Builders and what else lies deeper in the ruins? You do not know. Okay. Maybe I think just let's return. If we just return back. Oh, it's not available? Okay. I guess I gotta venture around or exit. Check the Jedi.
Yes.
Sure.
What if I just exit and then go, and then I can return? I think, right? Back to the courtyard. And then we can just fast travel back. I'm assuming we can just go talk to the Jedi now, or the Jedi Council, and inform them on everything that's happened. And then that might just push us further along. Come on, use it, use it, use it. Come on, get some attacks off. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Now we can return. Oh, my lights were flashing at me. All right, what up, Faz? What's going on, dude? You said red and blue always reminds me of Rocket Pops. Hell yeah, dude. All right, I love how it just blurs our vision when we use this force ability. We're fast. We're so fast. All right, here we go. Now we gotta talk to, I think we, fast as fuck, boy. Who do we need to talk to?
Padawan. As chronicler of the, you should. May the force be.
Rahesia Sandral and Shen Matali
come here seeking shelter
against their families. The council has decided to give it to them.
Bet. Dude, Faz, thank you so much for the like on the live, man. So now I ask you, why didn't Obi-Wan use his force power to save Big-Han Jin?
While it is regrettable that the fences between the families were not repaired, it is good that these two young lovers can live their lives free of oppression.
All right.
Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now it is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and Bastila shared.
Bet. Here we go.
In your dreams,
here we go.
Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine.
Oh, okay.
This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned.
Of course, he's probably dead too.
Sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your visions. It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny.
Another one.
That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malik may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and
He's got another. He's got another one.
Be sure to bring Bastila with you.
There's a powerful link between you, and you will need to draw strength from each other during the trials ahead. Bet. Okay. Do I need to talk to anybody else? Or is that pretty much all I had to do? Maybe I'll see if we can upgrade any lightsabers, maybe? No, we don't have any more power sabers. Or power crystals. I don't know why I said sabers. So the man's body was on the floor. Ooh, gonna assemble that. What do you mean? What do you mean the man's body was on the floor? What's I don't think there is actually anything up there.
Yes?
Here we go. Quest they're sending you on is where you just came from. Okay. Wait, just where I just came from? Back to the courtyard? All right, here we go. It's really just going back the other way. He said, yes, the Jedi who was dead where they want you to go. Okay, heading to the ruins with Mandalorian in front of them. Oh, so wait, where you see the Star Forge? So wait, am I gonna have to go back through all these paths again? To Strange Ruins? I was just at the Strange Ruins, or do I need to return back to them and just continue on? Okay, so we're gonna return back to the ruins. Why are we? Okay, we were stuck in place for a second. Wait, I thought there was gonna be like another. I just assumed we were gonna get sent out to like a different ruins. In ancient. Okay, wait. Oh, I need to return back to where that body was, maybe? All right, back to it, guys. Back to it. Wasn't there? Where was the body at? Oh, yeah, Connor. I've already been here, and I talked to the droid and everything, and then I left. And I went back to the Jedi Council and talked to them, and now they're sending me out to different. I thought it was gonna be different ruins. To buy the droid?
What can I do?
There's different doors to the left? Oh yeah. Oh, there's the Jedi. Oh, and a crystal. I didn't know he had items on him that we could actually take. Do I have to return now? Or like, I didn't realize you had to go into his inventory and you could take stuff. Some better armor, tell you what. Okay. You need to get through the doors. It's been so long. How about I just go ahead and save? And I'll be safe this way. And then I can go ahead and try something and see what happens. Is it bingo? So it's going through the doors. But like, doesn't that... Someone said that gets you your Sith robes? Jonathan, I did save already. So I did already save.
If the droid is correct, then we must complete the tasks in the proving ground to the east.
So we'll have to do the trials to open the main door. Okay.
No problem.
Watch us fail this over and over. Oh, okay. Okay, let's do it. So good luck. Appreciate it.
I'm here.
Immune? Oh, shit. Ion grenades. Bet.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing, bro. They're getting fucked up, though. Get a lot of experience first. Yep, yep.
What?
Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Aura, we'll run Cure. We'll run another Ion Grenade. We'll run Cure again. That's crazy. Alright, let's see what happens. Toss him in the air. Can't move. Can't do nothing. Get those heels running too.
What?
We get stun a droid.
What can I do?
That's awesome. He's gonna run another. Yep. We're about to run. Yes. Let's do it. Let's. Oh, we got messed up, guys. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm here.
Yeah. Oh man. We did it. We did it. Yeah, we did that. I didn't think we were gonna get him. I was a little nervous at first. Then we started running whirlwind on him and he couldn't do anything.
What can I do?
It says press a button, press many buttons at random, talk to the computer, kick the computer. Attempt to slice the ancient system. Failure. Given no knowledge of the ancient system and a patent inability to read its output, your attempt is doomed. Aww. You kick the computer, your foot hurts. Dude, that's crazy. What up, Kathy? You said talk, insert datapad talk. Okay. The screen goes blank again, then more familiar characters begin to appear on the screen. Oh, what? What? Language analysis complete. Interrogative. It identified the 3 primary death-giving seed world types. What is that? What? What is that? How am I supposed to know what the 3 primary death-giving seed world types are? Is it volcanic, barren? Desert. Okay. Ancient terminal. I don't really know what happened. Is that just... Oh, you said garden? Oh. You said it's crazy seeing someone do this, dude. Like, I'm playing to it again, too. Dude, that's where I'm at. Connor, yeah, I'm like, bro, first time for all of it. Oh, yeah. I don't really know. Did I already go through this? Yeah. Maybe I gotta go back and go through another trial. So, what up, Midnight Observer? I'm doing a light side run for KOTOR, and I'll do a dark side run for KOTOR too. See where I need to go next. Maybe I need to go to the other door over here. The other terminal is grassland, a boreal, and something else. Gotcha. The Midnight Observer, thank you so much for the like on the live, man. We got 2 of them. No, we got 1. We just got this one, bet. We'll run Force Whirlwind. That will absolutely wreck his shit. We'll just do something like that, and then we'll run with her. We're gonna run Night Speed. All right. He'll just toss a frag. We might run like Disruptor, attack, do something like this. You said remember, talk, insert data, and talk. Alright, and you're encouraging a neutral run for KOTOR 2? Interesting. Oh boy. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go. Alright, what's she running? Alright. Maybe we run disruptor type. Tech attack. Oh, we could also run shields. Here we go. We could also run another, maybe a cure move. Stun droid. There we go. So its story and philosophy on the Force is interesting. So KOTOR 2 actually has some incentive for it. Oh, okay. All right. What we got here? Yep. All right. We'll just keep messing with them. There we go. Gotta learn flurry for your dual wield. Bet, Jonathan. Bet. So you already and get the dual wielding perk if you don't already. Gotcha. I think I've got the base perk for it. I just need to upgrade it. Oh shoot. Force whirlwind. Let's do it. Oh boy. She's gonna run. Just keep her going on attack moves constantly. What do we have for grenades? Anything? No, we don't. Okay, that's all right. We'll be good, I think. We use Force Whirlwind. Oh, I don't think it worked all that well.
I'm here.
Alright, let's get it. Bro, she's about to die? Should have used the shield, bro? Oh, man. There we go. There we go. Stun droid. Flurry, flurry, flurry. Let's get the flurries rolling. Alright. He's gonna keep shooting. My guy might run some power attacks. He's only going for her. That's insane, dude. Alright. Yo, what up, Curb Z? Bastilla. Let's go. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. It's a lot of misses. I don't know if that helps us or not. I'm gonna run it. All right. So worst part of this game is Manan. Am I reading that right? Oh boy. Shield is melee defense. Gotcha. Gotcha, Connor. I didn't know that. I did not realize that. I never looked at it. Don't use lightsabers against them. Use vibro blades. Thanks, NK. All right. Where's my, there we go. Is it, oh, energy resistance on the droids? Which that could also, see what we got on this guy. Shield disruptor. We're running a ion blaster and a disruptor pistol. We should be all right. Oh, we'll go energy level 2. There we go. Got a slight upgrade. Oh my gosh. Get him. Get his ass. Get his ass. Watch this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy. You deal so much more damage. Dude, alright. That's kind of nuts.
Yes?
Failure. Press a button, many buttons, talk to the computer. There we go. Okay, the computer emits a rapid sequence of tones. You hear one of those tones softly echoed by your data pad. A small data receptacle opens in the front of the ancient machine. Bet. Insert the data pad. Let's do it. Retrieve it. Oh, okay. Press a button. Talk to the computer. There we go. Data pad is released from the receptacle and the machine goes silent for a moment before flickering to life again. Bet. Alright. Oh, someone was saying this earlier. What was it? Grassland? Arboreal? Arboreal. And it was something else. Oh boy. Do you guys know what this is? Is that what that was? Of Shannick? So this is the second one we're doing. This is the second terminal we're going to. I don't know if that helps at all. Alright. Okay. It's asking for worlds that have life, basically. Okay. Yeah. Oceanic, yeah. That was the first one we just picked. And then what? Are we just doing no, not volcano. Would it be grassland? And okay. All right. There we go.
Yes?
All right, let's roll.
What can I do?
Sure.
All right, there we go. That's sick. All right. And then what? On to one more. There's what? One more area to my left. All right, it's the last door. Okay. All right. I wonder where I'm going. Should I go? I'm gonna go ahead and save. How about that? Good saving point.